Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's your old pal Mr. Butter coming back at you again. Today I want to get into a pair that I saw online. They caught my attention, so I decided to buy them. If you're into kicks and you feel like hanging out, then hit that subscribe button. Let's take a look at these cool gray orange label Nike SB Dunks. And a real quick look at what I got on feet. I get questions about these all the time. These are the Supersonics Flight 89s. I always liked Flights when I was a kid because they were more affordable than what Jordans are, and they always reminded me of like a Jordan 4 or that sort of thing. But I wear these as beaters, but I also like the style, and they're way more comfortable than 4s. But let's get to what you're here to see. What is happening, everybody? It is great to be back here with y'all again. Today I want to get into a pair that I really had no idea about. They weren't on my radar or anything, but whenever I was browsing the internet, I just happened to find these orange label SB Dunk lows. I made a short of whenever I opened this pair, and somebody in the comments got their feelings hurt. They were really upset simply because this is orange label, and I think it says ISO or something somewhere, but basically the orange label represents a brand of SB that is meant for in-store only. They're a little bit more rare. They don't go out to all the online retailers and shops that get the GRs and that sort of thing, so they're a little bit more limited. But I will say, I saw these on a bunch of different sites. I'm not going to shout out to the place where I ordered these from directly, but use your fingers, use your brain. If you want to search for these online, you'll end up finding them. I think they're around 120 US dollars, but anyhow, I just think it's a really nice looking pair. I think they're versatile, easy to wear with just about anything, and I like SBs because you can just beat them. Like, they will take a beating and they still look good. A lot of times they look better with age. But anyhow, this came in the orange label box. It is just a cardboard color, but it's got that nice high contrast orange swoosh there on the lid. And then in like a glossy font, you can see Nike SB on there as well. The tag reads Nike SB Dunk Low Pro. The colors are cool gray, black, and cool gray. And just like I usually do with SB Dunk Lows, I go a half size up. You can get by with going true to size as well, but my feet are really wide, so I like giving myself a little bit of extra room to account for all that extra padding that they have in SBs. But with all that yapping out of the way,
cool gray all day.
Like I've already said, and you'll probably get tired of hearing me say it on this video, but this just looks like it would go with just about everything. It's all gray. I mean, who doesn't love a gray sneaker? It's got accents of black, including on that midsole, which I really like. And then really the cherry on top is this gum outsole on the bottom. I think the combination of this gum outsole and then the black midsole paired with that all gray upper, I think these things are dope. They don't command a whole lot of attention or anything like that, but I just think it's a great pair that you can throw on feet immediately and just beat into the ground. We're kind of out of that era where SB Dunks are impossible to get your hands on, and they're definitely more accessible to the masses. And like I said, I was able to find these online, even though it is an orange label, but I just checked right before I made this video, and I still see multiple stores that have them online. If you go to your local skate shops, you're liable to be able to see these sitting on the shelf. And I think it's great that the average person can get SB Dunk Lows easily now. If you look at skate shops online and that sort of thing, there's probably multiple colorways that you can pick from. I know if you look at Premier or CCS or something like that, they have multiple colors of SB Dunk Lows available for retail right now, and a couple years ago you would have never seen that. But with us getting into August now and everything, I think an SB Dunk Low is a perfect silhouette for back to school. For one, they go with everything, just like I've been saying, but another thing, SB Dunks are built like tanks. and you can just punish these and punish these, and a lot of pairs look better the more you beat them up. If you're a parent and you have kids going back to school, or even if you're a student and you're going to college or something like that, and you're looking for something that'll get you through the whole year and you'll be able to wear without breaking the bank, I think an SB Dunk is a wonderful option, especially in a versatile colorway such as this. But as I mentioned, this is an orange label, so you'll see that nice bright orange accent there on the label for the tongue. And then the lace tips have that nice little orange accent as well, and some Nike SB branding. And we see that orange contrast again on the insole, where we see some more Nike SB branding as well. For the tread pattern, it's what we always see with SB Dunks. We do have the little stars there on the pivot points underneath the forefoot, and I always like seeing that. This traction pattern is a lot like a regular Dunk, but on the SBs, you can see that cushioning peeking through. That's in a black color, and it has some Nike SB branding, but the traction is very similar to what we see on standard Dunks. Then as we come up to the midsole area, that gum rubber meets a black midsole, and it's got black stitching, and I just like it when we get that because it's not the same old white, it's not the same old sail that we always get, and I think this cool gray sitting on top of the black and then that rubber outsole, I think it looks really clean. Then making our way up the shoe, this upper is primarily just a cool gray color, and I've always been a huge cool gray fan. We do have an accent color for the swooshes and then the Nike branding on the heel, but these swooshes are in a black color, and that's a very nice feeling nubuck. For the base material that we see on the toe box as well as on the side panels, we have a short-haired suede. It's in a cool gray color. It doesn't feel super premium or anything. It's kind of a little hard, a little bit stiff feeling, but that's probably good because over time it'll soften up, and you want these to last. You want them to hold up, and it feels like it's a material that will hold up to the elements. We do have perforations there on the toe box like we always see, and then all the overlays on this upper are a really nice cool gray nubuck, with the exception of this black nubuck swoosh, but it matches the color perfectly. The overlays that wrap around the toe box here on the mug guard are turned over and then stitched so that they won't come apart and start fraying when you're doing all those tricks. But we continue to see that nice gray nubuck wrapping around the heel, and then we see on the heel tab we have that gray nubuck with some black Nike branding embroidered on. These came with some oval style rope laces, typical to what we see in SBs, but these are in a cool gray color. But we also got a spare set of black SB style rope laces, and those also have the orange lace tips on them as well. The tongue is more chunky than a standard Dunk low, but it's not really fat compared to other SB Dunks that I have. It's somewhere right in the middle, and it does feel soft. Sometimes they're really thick and they don't have a whole lot of give to them, but these feel really soft. I think they'll be very comfortable on feet. But of course, this tongue is more of that cool gray color, and that's kind of like a mesh material. We do see that we have cool gray piping going along the edges, and then we have a cool gray tag where of course we see that bright orange swoosh. We have a cool gray sock liner to match the rest of the shoe, and then down on the insole that is also cool gray, and again we have that bright orange Nike SB branding. Alright, well that was a quick look at these in hand. I'm hoping I didn't chap anybody's khakis by buying these or admitting to the fact that I ordered them online. If I'm being honest, I've ordered probably 3 or 4 pairs of orange labels over the years, and I've gotten them from online. I don't have any skate shops near me. I don't know how frowned upon that is from Nike. I don't know if it could get retailers into trouble. That's not my intent, but I do like telling y'all where I get my shoes from. But with all that said, if you would like a pair of these and you don't want to pay resale, just search on Google, because you will see multiple stores that have these for sale right now. I just checked and they're still available, and I think we'll continue to see these becoming available to skate shops throughout the country in the near future. It's a very versatile colorway, and these things are absolutely built to be workhorses. And because they're affordable, you don't have to feel guilty for throwing them on immediately and just punishing them. Let me know if you've ever ordered an Orange Label online, or if that's just like a cardinal sin that you vowed never to break. I'm not here to grind any gears or anything, but I thought it was a great looking pair of shoes. They were affordable, so I ordered them, and I don't really feel bad about that. But anyhow, let me know what you all think about these. I appreciate you all watching tremendously, and I will catch y'all on the next one. I'm out.